Hi, welcome to the 16th flashback. This is the first episode introducing some of the best action and thriller films. In the first film, a professional killer lies in wait to assassinate his target outside a luxurious hotel in Paris. He is portrayed as an organized and disciplined individual who follows a strict daily routine that includes eating, exercising, listening to music, and practicing yoga. Throughout the film, we hear his rigid personal regulations narrated as an inner monologue. However, everything changes when a critical moment, a missed shot, causes his meticulously planned operation to unravel. Forced to flee the city in haste, he returns to his hideout, only to discover that his employer is coming after him. In his absence, his girlfriend was tortured for information, leaving her life in grave danger. The killer must now take the initiative, eliminating those who ordered the hit before they can find and confront him, ensuring no witnesses remain. This film, directed by David Fincher, stars Michael Fassbender and Tilda Swinton. With a runtime of approximately 2 hours, it is not suitable for a family audience, although it can be watched with teens aged 14, 15, and older. In my opinion, the film is average and does not measure up to other works by this director. In the second film, Patrick, a new recruit, passes shooting and physical fitness tests to join a security company tasked with guarding armored money transport vehicles. When a group of criminals attacks his vehicle, Patrick's combat skills reveal that he is far from an ordinary security guard. It is soon revealed that Patrick intentionally joined the company to encounter the robbers during an attempted heist. His ultimate goal is to extract specific information from them by any means necessary. This film, directed by Guy Ritchie, stars Jason Statham, Holt McCallany, Josh Hartnett, and Eddie Marsan. With a brief appearance by Richard Coyle, the runtime is 2 hours, and the film is best categorized as a heist thriller. It can be watched in a family setting and is worth at least one viewing. Mainstream audiences and discerning viewers alike will likely enjoy it. The third film follows Spenser, a police officer sentenced to 5 years in prison after being implicated in a murder and assault case involving his partner. As he nears release, Spenser receives a warning suggesting he should leave town. Although he plans to start fresh as a truck driver and leave his past behind, news of his corrupt partner's murder and a suspicious confession letter written by a low-ranking sergeant prompt him to stay. Determined to uncover the truth, Spenser dives into a conspiracy involving his former colleagues and the very case that led to his imprisonment. Directed by Peter Berg, the film stars Mark Wahlberg, Alan Arkin, Eliza Schlesinger, and Winston Duke, with another brief appearance by Richard Coyle. The runtime is 1 hour and 50 minutes. This action comedy is suitable for a family setting, especially for viewers aged 13, 14, and older. In my view, it is a solid mainstream film that provides an enjoyable experience for most audiences.
Explodes on the scene like a millennial firework. And has indirectly started a war.
I think you need to see this, boss.
That's one of my firearms. How did they find it?
Mickey Pearson, an American who rose from nothing to build a massive marijuana empire in the UK, plans to retire by selling his underground farms, business, and criminal gang to another buyer. However, things don't go smoothly, as rivals and extortionists emerge, some seeking hush money, while others attempt to take over his empire through threats and force. Mickey's story unfolds through non-linear flashbacks during a conversation between his right-hand man and one of the extortionists. These flashbacks reveal key moments from Mickey's life and the challenges he has faced. This several-hour dialogue weaves together his rise, conflicts, and the stakes at hand. Directed by Guy Ritchie, the film stars Matthew McConaughey, Hugh Grant, Colin Farrell, Charlie Hunnam, Michelle Dockery, and Eddie Marsan. With a runtime of 1 hour and 53 minutes, the film falls into the gangster genre and is suitable for viewers aged 13 to 14 and older. In my opinion, the film is fairly ordinary. While it may appeal to mainstream audiences, it is unlikely to leave a lasting impression on discerning cinephiles.
He already has. Please. I have a family. Where are they?
Max stumbles upon news about a criminal group plotting to use doping and cheating in a high-stakes bullfighting competition. Spotting an opportunity, Max borrows a large sum of money to bet on a specific bull, expecting to profit handsomely. However, the criminal organization discovers his plan and retaliates brutally, murdering Max, his wife, and their child to send a chilling message to anyone who dares outsmart them. In a different time and place, Sloan, a guest at his friend Nick Fisher's house, becomes entangled in the aftermath of this criminal world. He is kidnapped by two rival crime bosses who mistakenly believe he is Nick Fisher. Despite Sloan's protests, both criminals coerce him into committing murders for their benefit. As the story unfolds, the connection between Sloan's ordeal and Max's tragedy is gradually revealed. Directed by Paul McGuigan, the film stars Josh Hartnett, Morgan Freeman, Ben Kingsley, Bruce Willis, Lucy Liu, Stanley Tucci, and Danny Aiello. With a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes, this neo-noir thriller is rated 18+ and not suitable for family viewing. The film boasts a compelling story and engaging moments, though its production and direction could have been stronger. Nonetheless, it is captivating and likely to appeal to both mainstream viewers and discerning audiences.
He's behind all the pain there ever was, every crime ever committed.
How can I be behind all the pain, all the crime?
Jack Green, a former criminal working for a man named Macho, was imprisoned 7 years ago after a failed mission. Faced with a choice, he opted for 7 years in solitary confinement over 14 years in the general prison population. Now, suffering from a severe phobia of enclosed spaces, Jack is released and seeks revenge on Macho, his former employer. This film, directed by Guy Ritchie, stars Jason Statham and Ray Liotta with a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes. It is not suitable for viewers under 15-16 years old, but stands as a strong entry in Guy Ritchie's filmography. In my opinion, it surpasses The Gentleman in quality and appeals to both mainstream audiences and film enthusiasts.
What do I know about diamonds? I'm a boxing promoter.
I've got a bare knuckle fight. I want to use the pike in.
Welche Wechsel? Transfer.
Turkish and Tommy are two friends involved in a criminal gang led by Frankie. They successfully steal a large diamond from a jewelry store in New York and plan to transport it to London for sale. As is typical in Guy Ritchie's films, this seemingly straightforward plot quickly becomes entangled with a host of interconnected and unrelated characters. The diamond story intertwines with a gypsy gang led by Mickey, who is enlisted to play a boxer in a match rigged by Turkish and Tommy's associates. Mickey is supposed to lose the fight, but things don't go as planned. Meanwhile, the money from the betting on this match is targeted by another group, creating a chaotic sequence of events filled with humor and action. Directed by Guy Ritchie, the film stars Brad Pitt, Benicio del Toro, Jason Statham, Vinnie Jones, and Stephen Graham. With a runtime of 1 hour and 42 minutes, this action comedy is suitable for viewers aged 14, 15, and older, making it family-friendly. In my opinion, the film is highly enjoyable, appealing to both mainstream audiences and cinephiles alike.
This is one of them high power jobs, isn't it? Got some bad news for you, John.
What the fuck?
mind your language in front of the boy.
Jesus Christ!
That includes blasphemy as well.
The story follows four small-time criminals who, after meticulous planning, place a large bet in a card game. However, their host cheats, taking not only all their money but also leaving them in debt for an additional $500,000. Now, with only a week to repay the debt, they devise a desperate plan to rob another criminal group. Their target? A stolen shipment of marijuana, which they plan to steal from the thieves who had just stolen it. To add to the absurdity, they intend to sell the goods back to the original owner. This is Guy Ritchie's directorial debut, and also marks Jason Statham's cinematic introduction to the world of action thrillers. The cast includes Jason Fleming, Dexter Fletcher, Nick Moran, and Vinnie Jones, with Sting making a brief appearance. The film runs for 1 hour and 46 minutes and falls into the action-comedy genre. While it is suitable for family viewing, loved by both mainstream audiences and discerning viewers. Neil and his team of professional thieves steal a shipment worth $1.5 million, but one inexperienced and reckless team member kills a guard unnecessarily. This triggers a chain of events that results in the deaths of all the guards and turns the heist into a disaster. The case is handed over to Hanas, a skilled and dedicated police officer. While the story follows the familiar thief versus cop theme, it distinguishes itself by the deep respect shared between the two leads. In a key moment, the thief and the cop sit across from each other, openly sharing their feelings and personal struggles. Despite this mutual respect, they make it clear that, if necessary, they will not hesitate to shoot one another to achieve their goals. Directed by Michael Mann, the film stars Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Val Kilmer, and Jon Voight, with a runtime of 2 hours and 50 minutes. It is a heist film suitable for teenagers aged 14-15 and older in a family setting. The film is exceptional, possibly even a masterpiece, and appeals to both general audiences and cinephiles.
Don't you recognize me?
The story begins with a gripping action sequence where the protagonist, a stoic and mysterious hitman who calls himself a cleaner, intimidates a drug trafficker. Living a transient life in the lower city, he frequently changes residences due to the nature of his work. In the same neighborhood resides a troubled family. The father, involved in drug dealing, finds himself in grave danger after failing to deliver a complete shipment. The villain of the story threatens him, demanding the missing drugs by the next day. When the father fails to comply, the entire family is brutally massacred, sparing only young Matilda, who was outside at the time. Upon returning home and discovering the tragedy, Matilda seeks refuge with the cleaner. Realizing he is a professional hitman, she offers him money to help her avenge her little brother's murder. Directed by Luc Besson, the film stars Jean Reno, Natalie Portman, Gary Oldman, and Danny Aiello. With a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes, this neo-noir thriller is undoubtedly a masterpiece, offering intense and emotional storytelling. Both casual viewers and discerning film enthusiasts will find it deeply engaging. Now, let's move into a lighter, more casual section. The jumpin' popcorn part, as I like to call it. These movies may not be top-tier cinematic masterpieces, but they are perfect for grabbing some snacks, relaxing, and enjoying the ride. Starting with James Bond, this iconic franchise is full of sleek action, thrilling espionage, and unforgettable style. Out of its 25 films, let's focus on the last 9, divided into 2 distinct eras. The Daniel Craig era, featuring a darker, grittier take on Bond, includes No Time to Die, 2021, Spectre, 2015, Skyfall, 2012, Quantum of Solace, 2008, Casino Royale, 2006. The Pierce Brosnan era, which brings a more classic action-adventure flair, highlights Die Another Day, 2002, The World Is Not Enough, 1999, Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997, GoldenEye, 1995. Other Bonds include Timothy Dalton, 2 films, Roger Moore, 7 films, George Lazenby, 1 film, and Sean Connery, the original Bond in the first 6 films. If you love globe-trotting adventures and larger-than-life villains, this franchise is a must-watch. Now, on to another fan-favorite series, Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise's portrayal of Ethan Hunt has made this franchise synonymous with jaw-dropping stunts and thrilling espionage. From its beginnings in 1996, it has only grown more explosive and daring. The latest installment, Dead Reckoning Part 1, 2023, continues a legacy of adrenaline-pumping action. Other must-watch entries include Fallout, 2018, Rogue Nation, 2015, Ghost Protocol, 2011, Mission Impossible 3, 2006, Mission Impossible 2, 2000, Mission Impossible 1996. These films are perfect for those nights when you just want some popcorn, excitement, and pure cinematic fun. Whether you're revisiting classics or catching up on the latest entries, James Bond and Mission Impossible offer timeless entertainment that's sure to keep you hooked. So, grab your snacks and dive into these action-packed universes. You won't regret it. The next action thriller series up is the iconic Die Hard franchise. Known for its high-stakes action and heroic one-liners, the series has evolved through 5 installments: A Good Day to Die Hard, 2013, Live Free or Die Hard, 2007, Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995, Die Hard 2, 1990, Die Hard, 1988. Since Bruce Willis first appeared as John McClane in 1988, the series has built a massive fan base. If you missed any of these classics or want to dive into the whole collection, it's a thrilling ride to explore. Onward to a collection of films featuring big names, epic heists, and relentless action. Let's dive in. 2024, directed by David Ayer and starring Jason Statham. Operation Fortune, 2023, a Guy Ritchie film with Jason Statham, Josh Hartnett, and Hugh Grant. Sabotage, 2024, directed by David Ayer with Arnold Schwarzenegger leading the cast. Parker, 2023, Taylor Hackford's film, starring Jason Statham and Jennifer Lopez. Safe, 2012, another Statham action thriller. The Mechanic, 2011, directed by Simon West, starring Jason Statham. The Bank Job, 2008, directed by Roger Donaldson, starring Jason Statham in a thrilling heist. Body of Lies, 2008, Ridley Scott directs this spy thriller with Leonardo DiCaprio. The Bourne Ultimatum, 2007, Paul Greengrass brings the third Bourne installment with Matt Damon. 88 Minutes, 2007, a suspense thriller directed by John Avnet with Al Pacino. Crank, 2006, a wild ride directed by Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor, starring Jason Statham. Hard Times, 2005, David Ayer's intense drama featuring Christian Bale and Terry Crews. Man on Fire, 2004, directed by Tony Scott with Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning, and Mark Anthony. The Italian Job, 2003, F. Gary Gray's heist thriller starring Mark Wahlberg, Charlize Theron, and Edward Norton. The Transporter, 2002, Jason Statham shines in this action-packed film directed by Louis Leterrier. Training Day, 2001, Antoine Fuqua directs this gritty thriller with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. Romeo plus Juliet, 1996, Baz Luhrmann's stylish take on the classic with Leonardo DiCaprio. This was just the first part of my action thriller introductions, a jumpin' popcorn section, if you will. These movies may not be highbrow cinema, but if you're a fan of action and you've got a free evening, they're perfect for some high-octane fun. Stay happy, stay healthy, and if you know of any must-watch thrillers I missed, let me know. Until the next flashback.